Did you know that it's possible for two humans engaging in the beautiful act of sexual intercourse to get stuck together? It's true. I'm Joe Barrett, and I'll cover this and absolutely no other stories on this episode of SourceFED. Recently, a couple frolicking on the Italian beaches of Porto San Giorgio were overcome with passion and hormones as they became deeply intoxicated by the supple flesh of one another. In a spontaneous fit of delight and indulgence, the unhinged lovers retreated to the beckoning waters of the Adriatic Sea. The salty whitecaps crashed on their throbbing bodies, shielding the twosome as his virility rushed over his inamorata. The swell of the sea collided with the hot sands of the nearly abandoned shoreline as two became one. And then two couldn't unbecome one as the amorous couple literally got stuck together in the act. He, the unsuspecting arthropod, to her carnivorous Venus flytrap. They were the physical embodiment of Homer Simpson lodged in the H2O water slide at Mount Splashmore. Apparently their out movement was overpowered by the suction generated by their gyration. Now, as you may recall, I described the beach as being deserted. So these two, after their failed extraction attempts, decided to wait for help to meander on by, which I think was the smart move. I mean, I may not be an expert on the dynamics of mobility of two humans genitally affixed, but I'm willing to bet it's something akin to competing in a three-legged race while hugging and being stuck in a Chinese finger trap. Eventually, a passerby noticed their plight and retrieved a towel to cover their shame, after a good snicker and a selfie, I'm sure. The two were whisked away to a hospital where a doctor induced dilation, much like they do when a pretty lady is giving birth, except this time no baby was born, just a precious, full-grown man's penis. Aw, he looks just like his father. He's bald, and a cyclops. Now, apparently there is a medical term coined for this extremely rare occurrence: penis captivus. It's when the muscles of the vagina become engorged during orgasm, much like an overinflated bouncy castle of pleasure and doom. And then the penis becomes wedged, and then the penis gets all claustrophobic and also becomes engorged, and blood can't flow out to deflate the situation, and everything is just a mess. A sexy, sexy mess. But like I said, this is rare, and if it does happen, it usually only lasts for seconds. Now, I don't know if this is what happened to the couple, but at least they were in the ocean. I mean, it could have been worse. Humans are freaky. They'll have sex almost anywhere. I can think of about 100 worse places to get stuck mid-copulation. Little help? Little help? Ugh. Little help? Tree sex. Try it. Guys, what's the worst thing that's ever happened to you during sex? If you haven't had sex, good for you. You're a shining beacon of patience and purity, and I respect your decision. Star wipe to the outro.